was so I'm where you about the Vande Bharat mission. So it was like a massive rescue operation conducted by all airlines, and Air India had a very significant role. So how was it like being a pilot during this major operation of rescuing people overseas?
Um, yeah, it was actually a very emotional time. Um, you know, Let me also just say that not all airlines were doing rescue missions. There
Yeah,
were countries who refused to do it.
yeah,
So yes, it is very, and Air India historically has always been very benevolent in doing national service in any kind of disaster or any kind of rescue operations in the past. The government has always called upon Air India, and Air India has always responded. Okay, so
yeah,
firstly, saying that that
yeah,
was an extraordinary thing, which we always do. Secondly, for pilots, it was also an emotional time because an absolute shutdown of aeroplanes and flying altogether in the beginning, which is hard for anyone in the aviation industry to watch because traditionally we know that even 1 hour of the aeroplane extra on ground is a loss to the airline,
yeah,
and here we were just completely grounded. So it was a painful time for individuals in aviation because you didn't know, it was uncertainty whether we will ever fly again, whether the industry will last again, whether the airline will last again. Lots of um, uncertainty was there. So yes, individually everybody was feeling what everybody was feeling. Then they got this uh, opportunity to do the Vande Bharat mission, which was about 5 or 6 weeks into the lockdown. Then they started flying again. And it was a marvelous thing because they called on the pilots and everybody came, despite the fears, despite the family risks,
yeah,
despite all of that. And the airline took extraordinary measures to ensure that we were safe, to give us that. It was an extraordinary time, I must tell you. And we actually also lost many pilots to COVID, you know,
oh,
and crew. So yes, but then extraordinary times require extraordinary measures. So and then people showed up. Yes, for many years we did it where we were flying throughout and all over the world. Whether I remember on 11th of March, actually, I was in Milan when Air Italia had shut down all their flights and we were still doing, and we were bringing our
okay,
passengers back. And that was the last flight that we did before the lockdown happened.
okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've just
And
seen like a
Milan was
couple
the
of
hub.
videos.
Milan, the hub was the hub of the start of COVID.
Okay, yeah,
Started there. Yeah.
yeah. I've just seen like a few videos where like, the cabin crew were like wearing these big PPE suits and taking, bringing the passengers on board.